Springtime in Golden Gate Park, San Francisco. Mornings at Stow Lake start off foggy, crisp, and frigid. Yet, as afternoon nears, the sun's rays chase the cold away. Stow Lake, man-made and over a century old, is more than just a popular destination for boat rides and picnics. It is a haven for birds coming through the Pacific Flyway, and other visitors including the hooded merganser and ringneck duck, as well as native species like the Steller's jay, mallard, and black-crowned night heron. Above all, Stow Lake's most sensational spectacle is the 6-month breeding season of the Great Blue Heron, a magnificent bird that stands 4 feet tall and has a 6-foot wingspan. Towards the south side of the lake lies a new Heron Island. The herons abandoned their first island near the boathouse, and since 2015 have gathered here to raise their young. By January or February, the males have already arrived at the lake. After battling amongst themselves for the best nests, or building ones if none are available, they put on their best looks to attract the incoming females. Their beaks turn orange, and their white nuptial plumes on their chests grow much longer.
I founded San Francisco Nature Education because the Great Blue Herons inspired me to start a program to teach children and adults about the wild birds in San Francisco. I discovered the first nest at Stow Lake back in 1993, and it was the first time Great Blue Herons had nested in the city of San Francisco. Well, the Great Blue Herons nest in colonies probably because of safety. We're not positive, but we think that it acts as a protective system whereby if predators come in, the Great Blue spot them.
Herons are not strictly monogamous, meaning they're not the mate-for-life kind of birds. However, they may mate with the same heron if they successfully raised chicks with him or her in the previous year. Whether the pair is acquainted or not, it is essential to the mating process that they form a strong bond during the courtship phase. Herons establish a commitment to one another through stick deliveries, mutual preening, and other displays. After bonding and mating, the couple officially begins family life. The female generally lays a clutch of 3 to 5 eggs. Over a period of 4 weeks, the parents sit on the eggs to keep them warm. In late March to early April, the eggs hatch. The chicks are weak, downy, and hungry. They squawk, begging for food. Once again, sharing responsibilities, the parents take turns hunting and feeding the chicks, regurgitating food into the bottom of the nest.
Stow Lake is an incredible place for the herons to nest because there are a huge number of fish in this lake. That's their primary source of food. But after that, we have hundreds and hundreds of gophers, moles around on the grass, and so it's really a wonderland for food.
The chicks are helpless, so one parent will always stay in the nest to watch them.
If the chicks were threatened by a golden eagle or a great horned owl, most likely the heron will fly away because the heron's job is to remain alive and reproduce another day.
At 4 weeks, the chicks require so much food that both parents must be out 24/7 to feed them. The chicks are left alone in the nest. At feedings, they learn to pull on their parents' beaks to stimulate the regurgitation of food. After another 3 weeks, the chicks are adolescents, teenagers itching to leave the nest. They're almost done with their awkward phase, having grown in more adult feathers. Just like earning a driver's license, the chicks must learn how to fly. They begin with branch hopping.
Before the chicks can fly, they have to practice lifting off. And so a prelude to fledging, to learning to fly, is always branch hopping. First they'll jump to the edge of the nest. Then they'll jump to the closest branch near the nest. Then they'll start hopping further away until they develop the confidence that they can make a flight to a nearby tree. And they basically start the branch hopping at about 8 weeks.
And at about 10 weeks old, the chicks nervously undertake their first flight. Clumsy in the air and shaky on the landings, they are initially unskilled, but quickly gain strength and balance. Spring turns into summer, and the chicks fully fledge at 10 to 12 weeks old. One by one, they take off from the nest for the last time and fly off into the world alone for the first time. They are ready to live as independent herons, and perhaps will be able to return one day to raise a new generation of great blue herons at Stow Lake.
In Golden Gate Park, from morning till dark, I'll watch over my blue herons, a squawk and a squeak from each little beak will lead you to my blue herons, safe in a hidden nest, a place to rest made just for you. You'll learn to stand on one leg like the big birds do, just birdies and me, high up in a tree. I'll watch over my blue herons. When fog's rolling in and people rush by, I'll watch over my blue herons. Look, here comes a hawk. Hear Mom and Dad squawk. Don't nibble on my blue herons. Out on a shaky limb, you'll spread your wings and say bye-bye. At first you'll crash and bang and smash, but then you'll fly, just birdies and me, high up in a tree. You'll soon be a great blue heron.